this is probably the final goodbye.
Little old Kenny in the Prem, we're coming for you. Yes, sir. We're moving and grooving.
Hey, I actually cried. Not after the game. Not even the day after. I think I cried in the cab.
Because right now I'm on a Premier League diet. Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Hopefully, I've won a lot of people's hearts.
Yeah, but you know the motto, man. We're moving and grooving.
And for that, I'll say thank you to the fans for having me, and yeah, hopefully I'll see you in the future. If not, then it's been a pleasure.
Pelly, thank you for joining us for the final farewell.
Yeah.
This place must be so special in your life.
Yeah, it is, yeah. It's taken up basically nearly half my life, or a quarter of it anyway, so yeah. Been here for so long, so many memories, good and bad, so this is probably the final goodbye. You never know, I may come in with another team, but yeah, as a Luton player, this is the final goodbye, and it's a weird feeling, but listen, life goes on, so yeah, I've got to move on. Take
me back to those first memories of playing here when you came on loan from West Ham.
You see, I'm not actually, I didn't want to come here. I was like, this is non-league, look at it. Like, obviously I wasn't non-league with Bournemouth, so it was a bit different, but yeah, man, I saw the pitch and the training facility. I was like, this is crazy. But listen, sometimes in life you got to make a jump, make a decision. So yeah, went to Ely Way and saw the training ground and first couple of training sessions. And yeah, my first game, Staines away, playing centre back. So it was different. But listen, now I think it was probably the best decision I made in my career.
Do you ever think at that stage in your career, like what potentially could lie ahead and the dreams that you then eventually would go on to achieve?
Oh, hell no. I'll be honest, no way. Did I think Luton get to the Prem? Well, me being here against Prem, nah, it's some things that very hard to do. Obviously, I was the first person to do it, maybe not the last, but it's very tough to do. And imagine Luton in the Prem at that stage with the training facilities we had and the pitch. The stadium wasn't too bad, but the pitch, if you see videos there's just mud patches everywhere, so no. But listen, dreams come true, and I've been in the club for, 11, 12 years, so to get to the Prem, it's a special feeling. There were special players in that squad, so yeah, obviously everyone else that I played with has helped along the journey, so yeah, it's a special place and a special feeling.
When you come on loan then to a place that has a public park almost as a training ground, and the place you're coming from, how much of almost like a reality check on your career is that for you, or a learning curve, I guess you could say instead? I
was like, oh, there's dogs running the pitch and that. I was like, obviously sometimes academy football, it's a little bit of a bubble. It's not really reality, but it is real life. But yeah, it comes to a place where obviously there's porta cabins and everyone's eating in one room, and the training ground's fenced off by orange gate and that. So yeah, it's a reality check, but this is people's livelihood. You got to come and you got to manage yourself and put yourself about and make sure when you're coming in every day, because this is men's football, so you got to come in every day and make sure that you're on job, because this is people's livelihoods, and I think I managed to do that. Did
you enjoy playing in the conference time? Was that a stage of your career that you did enjoy?
Yeah, do you know what? Winning helps, and obviously when I came into a winning side, and obviously Cambridge were, I think, ahead of us when I first came, and when I came back, we just went on a crazy run with that team playing 4-4-2 straight football, and yeah, it was a good squad we had, and like I said, winning helps, and we just went on a good run, and we got promoted, and yeah, winning the conference was basically the first trophy that I won as a player, and to win it in my first 6 months at Luton, it's what a feeling it was.
Talk to me about John Still.
John Still, what a man. You know how still he is. He knows how to get teams promoted. And his pass move, pass move, and yeah, restart. So yeah, he was critical in bringing me here and making me stay. So he's played a big part of my Luton career. Not the same with all the other managers, but yeah, he was maybe the first manager that brought me to a club where I can play men's football all the time.
I feel like during this interview, I want to touch on different eras of players you've played with, because you've probably played with thousands of players here.
so many people, ins and outs, loans here and there, people abroad. So the amount of players I played with, I think Simon called a number out. I can't remember the physio, and I was like, played with that amount of players, and it's crazy to think that I'm still here. Obviously not anymore, but yeah. It's crazy to think the amount of players I played with.
Talk to me about the early years, that kind of group when you've got the likes of like Andre Gray being here and Luke Guttridge and all these
Alex
players.
Wall, Jake Howes, Matt Robinson, Alex Lawless, Benno, Steve McNulty, Mark Cullen, John Shaw. A lot of the players. I still speak to a lot of them right now. Still speak to Alex because obviously he's a coach at Luton. Still speak to Wally, Jake Howes, Snoop, who's Lafania Road Turner. Obviously Andre, he's still abroad. But yeah, we've got a little group chat that we try to see each other here and there. Obviously it's difficult now, everyone's all over the place. But yeah, we had a real tight group, and it was fun, real fun, I can't lie.
I was going to say, when you look back now at your age now to young Pelly as a group, like, don't know, what would you say you've learned in that time of?
Do you know, I learned to enjoy football and have fun. Sometimes football can be serious, so I just say, listen, just play with a smile on your face. And hopefully I did that. They showed me how to play men's football, like where to play here, that, and how to just look after yourself. Obviously, any scrap we had, they always backed us. So yeah, it was a good learning curve that they taught, and I thank them a lot.
You scored some important goals in that conference-winning season as well.
That one everyone talks about. Yeah, that one there. Yeah, listen, we was losing. It was like 10 minutes to go, and like you see him celebration, just get the ball, let's go and get. And then Andre scored a header, which he never scores headers. That guy, but even to score a header was crazy, and I think that was an important one because I'm not sure if he was second or third, and Cambridge were on a good run. So for us to come back in that game, I think it was a real important 3 points for us.
Scored in the Hereford game as well, the 7-0.
Yeah. Scored in the 7 Hereford. I think that was off the crossbar. So yeah, my catalogue of goals, everyone knows. It's good. So yeah, listen, scoring goals is fun, but 3 points is what the team wants at the end of the day.
I know there's plenty more goals that we can talk about across this, but I know the fans love this. I don't know where it started, but Pelly only scores bangers. That was kind of like, when did you get whiff of that? And
because a lot of my goals were never in the box. A lot of them were just whoosh. So I think that's where everyone's like, you don't score no tap-ins, just check his goals. Everyone's outside the box or a long ranger. So yeah, I think that's just kept on. I think I scored a tap-in at West Brom. I think that's the only one I can fully remember that I've scored close range. Well, yeah, all the other ones are just, keeper can't save them, man. If you're saving it, you're going in the net. So yeah, one of them was.
Does that give you the confidence just to shoot from?
Yeah, my kids tell me I should shoot more, but sometimes when I used to shoot, I used to blaze it, and then Nathan Jones came in and said, "You're part of the blazing squad." I said, "Come on, man!" But yeah, a lot of the time they do go in, but on an odd occasion they will go over the bar, and I'm like, "Damn!" He's looking at me like, I'm like, "Okay, sorry." Or
in the case last season where Tom Holmes gets credited with the goal.
Hey, listen, Holmesy, you can take it, you can credit with you, so yeah, that was an important goal as well. But yeah, if Holmes wants to take it, then you can take it.
Back in the conference days, though, talk to me about them celebrations when we did win the title, thanks to Amari Bell scoring the goal that did win the league for us in the end.
What can I say about celebrations? They were, well, we went out and we enjoyed ourselves, and yeah, having that feeling of when it's done, it's just a relief. I think a lot of relief when you don't have to do anything anymore, and it's just, now you can just enjoy and just reflect on the success you've had, because sometimes you don't do that. And obviously that was my first trophy, and yeah, listen, it was a good feeling. And I tell you to Murray, thanks for that goal, man. He's like, yeah, no worries, mate, but you owe me. I was like, cool, but nice, great feeling.
When you think back to what you said earlier about you didn't want to come here, does that promotion, in your mind then, are you going, I did make the right choice and this is actually a real good place to be?
Yeah, because if I can't lie, if we hadn't got promoted that season, I would be like, because it's tough, because now they've changed it, but only one went up and then 2 plays 3 and 3 plays 4, or whatever it's things like that. Obviously now it's opened up a little bit more, but yeah, it's a tough league to get out of, and people can get stuck. But obviously playing 4 or 5 months here and we get straight out, relief, and say, listen, mum, dad, my agent, all that, made the right decision, and you become a league player.
Yeah, so when into League Two we go, and into a new era with Nathan Jones as gaffer as well. Were you sad to see Stilly leave?
Yeah, obviously he's the one that brought me to Luton, so it's sad to see a manager that's brought you to the club leave. But it's football's a business. Sometimes when it's not working out, manager's got to leave. Normally he is the manager, but yeah, manager's got to leave, and new manager come in, new regime, new tactics, and he's proved to be a great manager for Luton.
Did you ever feel maybe that there would be a stage where it would be eventually time for you to move on, like in them early days, even like under a new manager, because you're probably thinking like, I've got impressed a new gaffer and stuff?
Yeah, there's always pressure. Like, you never know when a team or manager doesn't like you. Like it happens. Like managers have their players and the way they want to play, and if it don't suit you, sometimes you got to go. So there's always a feeling of the manager may not like me, but you got to make sure you play well enough and mould your game around how he wants to play, and eventually if you get your chance, take it. And I think I've taken it with any manager that I've played under.
And we got to the playoffs under Nathan in League Two, and
yeah,
the
tough
Blackpool
day.
game here. Yeah.
Tough day, Blackpool. What a game. It's like 6-5, and that's one of the toughest days in my Luton career, where you score 5 goals and you don't go through. I've seen a picture of everyone just on the floor laying down. I'm like, tough, man. And like, obviously the change rooms are close. So when we're in here, everyone's sad and they're just pumping the music. And yeah, tough, real tough to take. But listen, I think Luton's always had bounce back ability, and the following season finished second after Aki. Well, yeah, after Aki. So we knew we had a good enough team to get promoted, and next season we proved that.
Does hearing that next door then make you motivated to go again and actually achieve it the following year?
Oh yeah, because you want that feeling. Everyone wants the feeling of celebration and teamwork, and how you're a great group together. And yeah, to hear that, it's mad and it's tough. But like I said, we came back next season and we proved that we was good enough to get promoted. And
then even then, the era of players that has changed from the conference, and you get the likes of Danny Hilton coming in, and
Hilt's madman.
Colo Hilt's retiring recently.
Yeah, retired, man. It's about time. No, I'm joking. Hilt's a great player, and he proved at Luton he could bang them goals. So he did, and he was here till he was in the champ. So all praise to Hiltz and what he's done for the club.
And even someone you would have been playing alongside, Ollie Lee, scoring from his own half. And
Ollie Lee's brother, Elliot Lee, Cameron McGeehan. There's so many players to choose from, but yeah, another set of lads that were good and played well for Luton.
And into that League One season?
League One season was peak. That's one of the seasons where I thought nobody can beat us, because what was the run, that 29 games unbeaten, and we thought, yeah, teams, you can't beat us, and played a diamond formation where it was just fluid and we just smoked teams. It was I felt sorry for certain teams, because we were just putting like 4s and 5s past teams, and teams couldn't touch us, and we thought, yeah, we felt there's seasons where you feel indestructible. Obviously we did lose some games along the way, but the general season was, yeah, we were on job every single game. We knew how to play, we knew fullbacks were gonna get on. We knew Jack Stacey and James Justin were going to go in, and it was a real good season.
Is that just belief throughout the whole squad?
Yeah, belief. I think Nathan Jones gives you belief where I'm going to pick you and you be a dog for me, but we knew how to play. So as a diamond formation, we knew our side midfielders would tuck in and our fullbacks would just keep bombing on. And we had 2 fullbacks that kept bombing on, and we just had so many ballers in midfield. We had me, we had Sheeny, we had Elliot Lee, we had so many players that were rotating, and Luke Berry. We just had so many where it was easy for us, and teams felt that. And when you came here, yeah, it wasn't looking good for anyone here. So I just thought that season it was a mad thing, because we actually dispatched teams DPD style, and it was mad.
Is that like one of the most enjoyable seasons you reckon you've had?
Yeah, real good. Obviously finished champions in that, so, and I played every single game, and to feel part of a team where you play every game and the manager believes in you, there's no better feeling of that.
Last year when Potsy and Bez moved on, they talk about the group and how amazing the group was in that season.
The group, probably one of the best groups, considering how we played and what we done and how fluid the team was. It's one of the best. Obviously, it's tough when conference we won. So League 2 came second. League 1 we won. So it's one of the better teams that I've played with in my Luton career.
What makes it such a good group? How is everyone just so on the same page?
I think everyone just had an understanding. It obviously comes from the top. So Nathan just had where we knew where we were supposed to be, and we knew where to be, and everyone just, obviously it's cliche, everyone says everyone bought in, but it was easy to play in that team because everyone knew what they were doing, and even if you wasn't playing, you'd come on and you know what you're doing anyway. So regardless of who was playing and where you was playing, all the patterns were the same, and you got that madman driving you on. It's hard to not play well, and that's what we did. And for the best part of 6-7 months, we just thought no one's beating us, and we just knew promotion was going to happen, and it did.
We talk about groups, and loads of other players have referenced you as the heart of the training ground. You are the character at the training ground, and I know it's just you being you, isn't it?
Yeah, it's me. Like, I don't take things too seriously. I live life how I want to live life. Like, you got to live life like there's no tomorrow, because tomorrow's never promised. So I'm just bouncy all the time. Don't get mad, don't get angry. See, there's times where you can be not in a good mood, but I'm all right all the time. So for me, it's just about making sure everyone's good. If everyone's good and I'm good, then life is sweet, man. Like, just got to live life as much as you can, because listen, you never know what's going to happen tomorrow, and that's how I live my life. And I think everyone vibes off that and takes energy from me, and hopefully everyone's enjoyed my company and knows me, that I try to be as vibrant and as a good person as possible.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you reckon it's made an impact on other players, just seeing the way you are and around the training ground? Maybe if someone's coming in a bit down, but they've got you there to... Yeah,
I think so, yeah. Like, I try to make football as fun as possible. And like, if you're not on my team and you're getting bopped in the rondos or you're losing, I'm going to get onto you. And obviously, if I'm losing, I'm still going to chat, but that's just me, man. Win, lose or draw, I'm still going to be chatting. I'm still going to be waffling to you. So yeah, I try to make everyone have a good time, and sometimes people may take it wrongly, but most of the time I think they know how I am, my character and that, so they were like, okay, cool, you're talking today, watch tomorrow. If tomorrow comes and I meet you again, I say, yeah, tomorrow it's it. So yeah, man, just to make football as fun as possible, and listen, life is life.
And again, let's go back to, like you said, you join Luton, you say initially you didn't want it, you've gone through them amount of promotions, and now you're a championship player. The thought process at that time must have been, again, like making the right decision of joining this club.
Yeah, 100%. When Nathan Jones came in, we always had a vision. It was going to be a championship team. And obviously he put the steps in to do that. Obviously he went to go to other clubs, which is a business. I ain't got qualms about that. But he made the platform for us to go to the champ, and eventually made it. And we had Graham Jones came in. It was tough, didn't really work out, but that's just obviously the first time being in the championship football. Well, not the first time, but going back to the champ, it was tough. It was tough. Everyone wrote us off, sorry, and we just had to stabilise the team. And I think when he came back, he did that. When Shane went back to 4-3-3 and banked up and hit teams on the counter attack, and survived on the last day with Blackburn scoring two own goals. Thank you for that, and made our life a lot easier. And from then on, we've just continued to rise. And we knew if we survived that first season of champ, we know the next season we'll go again, next season we'll go again, and eventually we get to the playoffs. lose again. But the following season, finished third, went to the promised land, the playoff final, and there he was, Prem team. Crazy, to be honest. Very, real crazy.
What's the feeling difference between staying up and a promotion?
They're both still fighting for something, but the fear of getting relegated and losing is more than you getting somewhere and then losing. Because when you're down there, you're like, and you're always watching your back and, okay, teams are catching us. But when you're fighting for promotion, you're thinking there's only one goal and that's ahead of you. Even though you're still getting caught by other teams, a relegation is not a nice feeling. And I think there's maybe more added pressure of trying to avoid relegation because you just got there, or in our case, we just got there. But fighting for promotion, it's a lot easier to see the end goal where this is where it is and this is what we're fighting for. But since saying that, the fear of relegation may be more because you don't want that and you're going to put your heart and soul into it. So that's, I think, the difference. But obviously everyone wants to fight for promotion.
We say it's more relief than that season when Blackburn score 2 own goals and we stay up. Obviously you celebrate and you probably feel that in that moment as good as a promotion, but like you said, the added stress that's come with that.
Added stress and your heart's pumping, you're like, obviously it was in our own hands, so we just need to better at whatever result that was there. I can't remember who else was in that relegation battle, but just better results, and having it in your own hands is a lot easier, where you think, okay, this is all on us. Obviously Blackburn scored 2 own goals, it's mad, but it's all on us. So having that self-belief and us say, yeah, cool, this is what we need to do, it's a lot better, and glad, thankfully, we did that.
And then managed to have a nice stable year in the Championship the following year, and then that's when we go for the playoffs and fall to Huddersfield, but unlucky.
That season, does it hurt more than Blackpool's? Yeah, a lot of injuries, so many injuries. I'm at home and I'm looking at one game and I've seen the list of injuries, got like 6-7 players out, and then someone gets injured in that game as well. I think it's Eli against, I don't know, it was one game at home. Maybe it was Blackpool or something. And then just watching, just putting teams together, and it was tough. It was tough to take that season. And obviously me being injured as well. When you can't contribute and your team is losing, it's tough to take. And sometimes you don't even watch football, like you just want to let it go by. But listen, it was tough. Words can't explain the feeling unless you're there and you experience it. But everyone knew, look, we fell at this hurdle. We've fell at the hurdle before and we've come back. And we always knew the next season, if we started off well and we kept a cohesive group together and the spirit was there, we just knew something special was going to happen, and lo and behold, we got promoted.
And yeah, that following season, again, it was up until Nathan decided to move on to Southampton and Rob comes in. But even at that stage, we mid-table. And what was your guys' thoughts then? Was it we're still going to look to replicate what we did last season? Yeah,
we did. We just knew we had the stability at the back with great defenders. Obviously, we had Rock at the back. We had Amari, we had Alf, we had Cody Drama. We just knew we had a great base, and we knew once we went ahead, I can't remember how many times we lost. We just knew if we went ahead, a lot of 1-0s, 2-0s, 2-1s. We just knew that we were so solid at the back that we score 2 goals, we're not going to lose, guaranteed. So we had that belief where, cool, we keep this up, and I think we lost the second least games in that, but we drew a lot. But yeah, we just knew defensively strong, and we had Carlton and Eli up front where they were just causing havoc, and obviously Corners contributed to that season as well. And listen, it was a strong group, and it proved in the end where we got promoted.
Obviously, with your history of promotions, is there a stage maybe where you get to where you're like, yeah, this feels like it's going to be a special season? Is there something that clicks in your head?
No, I think every season we've got a chance to get promoted. Obviously, when we first go into a league, apart from League One, we just mash that league up. When we get into the champ, we just thought, okay, cool. This is the first time a lot of us have been here. Let's survive. And we just knew that if we survived, we would always knew we can push on. So once we finished 12th, I just knew we can get promoted out of this league. Was it 12th, 13th? Mid-table somewhere. Mm-hmm. We lost to QPR in the last game of the season. But we just knew that if we finished in the mid-table, the next 2 following seasons, promotion can happen. And it's just that feeling where, cool, we've been here before, I've been here before. I don't know the ins and outs, but I know how to manage this and manage that. And then a lot of other people, we brought in a lot of experienced people to help us with that. Obviously the likes of Henry came in, Cameron Jerome came in, so they've had a lot of promotions, so they knew how to get out. So them giving us experience and that helped us also. How
much impact did Rob Edwards have when he joined and took us on?
We had a way of playing already. So he said, listen, I'm not going to change everything. We're just going to continue how we're going to play, but I'm going to add a little bit here, a little bit there. And he came and he done a wonderful job, and I think everyone loves him for that. And we had a magical moment when we beat Sunderland at home, because we knew that the score was only 2-1. We knew that once they'd come home, they didn't score more than 2 goals to beat us in the whole tie. And then once we got home, there was no doubt in my mind we was going to win that game. The way we was aggressive, they're a young team, so we knew we had experience. And the way we played was direct, and they did not like that. We just put crosses in the box, long throw-ins, diagonals onto Eli and Carlton, and they just bullied the hell out of everyone. So we just knew, once we got to 2-0, they was never going to score, and we proved the way we played was too much for them to handle, and they was celebrating with the fans coming on the pitch and waiting for a day at Wembley for the fans to enjoy.
When we spoke to Eli and Carlton, they kind of said the same thing, like there was no way we were losing that game.
Absolutely not. It was actually peak. I felt bad for Sunderland because they just got bombarded. It was just bombs and missiles, and it was like playing Call of Duty. It was a lot of physical attributes that we had that they can handle, and yeah, we just bullied them, and the promotion was on the cards for us.
And then after the game and walking around the pitch, I hand you a mobile phone, message for the fans, and you're saying, Luton, we're going to the Premier League, little Kenny in the Premier League, and then we're going, do we post this? Because
yeah, the Kenny, I can't even turn up and look. Yeah, man. You know who it is, P. Ruds. Aye. Wembley! We see you at Wembley, man. One more 90 minutes, then we make history. Little old Kenny in the Prem, we're coming for you. Yes, sir. We're moving and grooving.
If you don't have belief, what's the point of playing football? If you ain't got confidence, you haven't got sometimes a bit of arrogance, you need that. Obviously, there's a fine line, but you have to have that as a footballer, as a competitor. If you haven't got that, then I don't know why you play football. Obviously, you play football for different stuff, for money or fame or whatever. But to play in a team sport, you need to have that. And I think everyone at Luton that season had that. And he posted it, and it came true in the end. So I think it was a good thing you did.
Talk to me about Wembley and that day.
It was a hot day. Oh my days, it was a hot day. Jeez. But walking out before the game, you just have to soak it all in. And like, it's a big stadium. Everyone knows Wembley's a big stadium. And big pitch. Obviously, our little old teeny weeny pitch here it's different. But once you get the feeling and you're done, and you come back in, you start to get warm, do what you need to do. I don't have no routines, play the music, vibe, dance, whatever you need to be doing. Go out for warm up. Same warm up as we always do. So it was nothing different. But walking out before the game in the tunnel, then you see the fans and you just, And I was like, okay, we're here now. I didn't feel no nerves, no nothing. I was just like, okay, fans are, atmosphere's booming. It's just like, yeah, this is a mad thing. Let's go and do our thing. So I think first half, obviously, no one wants your teammate to go down. And it's like, damn, like, why? And you think, we need to regroup. And obviously, lots got subbed off. I think Berkey came on, and he had a great game. In the first half, I thought we should have scored more than one. I think we were disappointed in ourselves not to score more. Obviously, it was always going to be a game of two halves, and go in 1-0. Kick a great goal, great work from Eli. And the second half, whoo! Yeah, second half was tough on the legs, tough on the lungs, and Coventry just came and I think they put on Matty Godden and he went to up front and ooh.
I was going to say, did that switch take you off guard a little bit?
Off guard, no, but we knew they were going to change something because obviously Gyökeres has been a great player since he left Coventry, but I think Gabe and Amari and Berkey had Gyökeres in their pocket, just having him up front, and then now they put Matty Godden with Gyökeres and they just had more attacking threat, and like we just couldn't handle it. And then obviously the goal happens, and then like because I'm facing the Coventry fans, all you hear is and a sea of blue, mad, just stands up and just they celebrate. I'm like, oh, okay, we're in the game now. The game is on. Actually, after that, I think the game's a blur. I can't remember what happened. I can't remember if we had a chance or what. And then extra time happens, and everyone's leggy. I come off, comes off. I think Alfie comes off, goes to penalties, and I'm like, now it's a coin toss. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. It's a coin toss. So I think every single one of the boys' penalties was on job. Luke Berry, great penalty. Clicks, good penalty. Potsy, composed penalty. And unfortunately, there has to be a loser. And then the penalty that they miss for Kelly Darbo, unfortunately, somebody has to lose. And then once that ball goes over the bar, I don't know what I was doing. I was running around looking for someone, looking in the crowd, like the feeling. I don't think you can describe.
Best feeling you've probably had in your career, by far.
Yeah, especially because we went into penalties. Because penalties, your heart is beating out your chest, mad. If we don't win this game, I don't know how I'm gonna feel next year. I don't know how I'm gonna feel for the next month, for the next 6 weeks, for the whole summer holidays, because it's one where you worked mad for 9 months, and for it to all end in penalty shootout. Some people not recover, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm maybe gonna be here. Am I not gonna be here? Because I was out of contract. Are they gonna go a different way? Are they gonna get new players? Is the squad gonna be here? So a lot of things run through your mind, and thankfully that didn't happen. But yeah, those things run through your mind, and it's crazy to think, but it's the reality. It's the actual reality, because a lot of us were out of contract. So I was out of contract. I think Amari, Locks, to say off the top of my head, but yeah, it would have been a weird feeling not to get promoted, but yeah, got promoted and it was party time.
I was going to say, the parties after that would have been crazy.
I don't think I stopped drinking alcohol for 5 weeks, I'll be honest. Tequila was my best friend, my God, but yeah, just, and like, obviously after the game you go into the hotel and like Hilton and like the Coventry boys are there, and it's tough to see that where you both had a great match and that they're so happy, but no, we're so happy, but they're so sad that the season's ended just there. And obviously congratulations, like, listen, well done, blah blah, because it's actually they had some great players. They had Gyökeres, they had Gustavo Hayward, they had Ben Sheaf, that's some good quality players that have gone on now to do good things. So it's tough to see, but obviously we're in the hotel with our families and friends, and it's just real enjoyment to see friends and families, everyone celebrating, and to share that with your loved ones. Good feeling, real good feeling. Obviously, went out to the club in our trackies, and party didn't stop. Went Vegas, obviously, but it was an enjoyable summer, a very enjoyable summer.
Did you take a time at all in that summer to reflect? And it's been said the man that's completed football, but you had gone from non-league to Premier League with the same club.
Hey, I actually cried. Not after the game, not even the day after. I think I cried in the cab. Eli was testing this because I was with him. I cried. I was like, this. Do you know? I was suffering from hangover anyway, but it was on the way to the parade. To the parade? Yeah, me, Eli, when I was on the way to the parade, and it was late. And then cool. Kev's like, the bus is leaving. I was like, Kev, the bus ain't leaving without me. So yeah, I shed a tear. I was like, Eli, we actually done it, because a lot of us didn't think from where I started anyway. You cannot believe, but a lot of us thought we would never make it to the Premiership, because it's tough. It's real tough to do, especially with a small club like Luton. Probably, I don't know, the smallest budget ever, or I don't know, you can fact check me on that, I have no idea. But yeah, I shed a tear in the car. I was like, we actually done it, we actually made it. And that was the first time that I cried after the match. So yeah, I shed a tear, and then the parade came, and yeah, it was good to see everyone enjoying themselves. Obviously, everyone was moving and grooving, like I said. Parade, some guy bought KFC for us. You can see a picture of Fred taking it. So listen, it was a great time.
Because of right now, I'm on a Premier League diet. Yeah. Kentucky Fried Chicken.
And I guess for you as well, you feel it as any other fan would feel that, just because of how long you've been here. Players come and go, but for you to work your way up, it must just feel like you're one of us.
Yeah, and the town has helped me with that, embracing me, and it's my home. Obviously, I don't live in Luton, but it's basically my home. I've been here for so many years, and I know the back rows and then outs, I know shops and that. So for that feeling where I'm basically a fan, but I'm a player, it feels different, because I've seen where Luton were, because I'm the only one that's been here throughout the years and got to the Prem. It's just seen the transformation of how the town is, how the training ground is, the staff is, the quality of the pitch, the quality of the training ground pitch, the sports science stuff, the gym. It's just been an improvement every single year, and I think that's why players have wanted to come to Luton, because we've been on an almighty rise, and it's been a fun rise. And when you get to the pinnacle, sometimes you reflect and you're like, yeah, this has been a hell of a ride.
You talk about groups throughout this last 45 minutes or so, and again, how does that group compare, or do they compare? Are they just all separate in their own moments?
I think they're all separate in moments, because getting out of conference, separate. Mashing up League One, separate. Getting to the Prem, separate, because none of us, obviously there were some players that could be the Prem, but a lot of us hadn't done that before. So for us as a group to do that, it's just different. So like, there's 3 different sets of teams that have just got different things about them that has got them to where they were. Obviously, people are going to say the Premiership one was probably my best one, but there's been different stages where, like the League One, I thought unbeatable. The Conference one, 4-4-2 straight, beat us. But the Premiership one, you've got to a pinnacle where it's probably, I don't know, you say the best league in the world. So to get there, different. So I think all three of them are different in their own way, but special.
And stepping out to the pitch at the Amex to make your Premier League debut.
Yeah.
Dream?
Dream come true. Dream country. Unfortunately in the game, obviously I've done that silly mistake, which is people still on to me about that. But what do you think you're doing? You think you're doing?
What were you doing?
Do you know what? Listen, this is what I was doing. The chest was great, and then I just played it back softly, and he just banged it in straight off the post. I'm like, of all, my boy still batting at me till this day about it. So, oh, you think you're doing Jogger Benito in your first game in the Prem? What the hell you think you're doing? I'm like, oh, brother, please, man. But listen, there's a learning curve, innit? It's a learning curve. It's one where I'm like, ah, cool. Maybe I shouldn't have done that, but sometimes you want to take control. Robo is like, try to take control. Try to take control. Didn't work. Banged it in. Goal. I was like, well, listen, live and you learn. And try to make as less mistakes as possible in the remaining season and try and get as much games as possible. But stepping out in Amex was a dream come true. Would obviously being one player that's made it from conference to the Prem was something that I take daily, and obviously if someone does it again, I would love them to do that, especially with one club. I don't know if anything from Wrexham might do it, but apart from that, the first one to do and the only one. So right now, someone come beat me, come catch me.
What was it like playing in the Premier League?
Oh, tough, fast, quick, action-paced. Teams are onto you and you need to be switched on 90 minutes plus, because that one movement, I think I remember there's one game, I think it was Trent, I was watching from the bench. This is one movement, it's like Trent had the ball from right back, Nunes made a run in a matter of 4 seconds, shot on target. I think he blazed it over, but it's just the quick movement and the eye contact that they know that if someone has the ball, I'm gonna come in one spin, shot, goal. I mean, so it's one where you got to be tactically aware, but not fearful. Obviously, there's big teams like Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, Man City, Man United, where the quality is there, and one mistake could lead to a goal, and that one goal can end the game. Obviously, we try to impose ourselves in a number of games, but it can get tough. It can get tough. Obviously, we want to preserve, but try to get after teams, and at the end of the season, unfortunately, it didn't work out for us, but it was a good learning curve for everyone to get a taste of Premiership football.
And so obviously it didn't end how we wanted it, but for you personally, I think, and everyone in this place just wanted a Pelly goal in the Premier League.
Yeah, man. I think it was the last game of the season, and we got a penalty, and everyone's looking at me, and I was like, I can't, man. Like, cut something off a pen, but yeah, it's unfortunate. It's fortunate. Will I get the chance again? Who knows? It's not. It's up to where I go and if I can make it again. But listen, it didn't work out. Unfortunately, it's a shame. But listen, some things aren't meant to be, and a goal in the Premiership wasn't meant to be. But listen, I played in it, so I think that's good enough for me. And hopefully, I get a chance again. Who knows in the future?
I mean, we've sat here for just over 50 minutes now and condensed all them years into such a short amount of time.
Yeah.
Do you look back and just think favourite moments? Like, obviously the promotion to the Premier League, but there must be more special moments.
Do you know what I'm gonna say? Signing for Luton. I think that's a major one, because me not signing, this would never have happened. And maybe not me not signing, but making the choice to sign, because ultimately it's down to me. My agent and your mum and your dad, whoever your representative is, family members can say, no, go do this, no, go do that. But when it comes down to it, it's me that's doing it, and it's me that's got to make the choice. So I think signing for Luton is a big one, a real major one. People may think that's a big thing, but a new training ground. When you move into somewhere new, it gives you okay, this is new, look after it, and it's going to help us in small margins, and small margins count. And once you move to the new training ground, we had a new pitch, and everyone's vibrant, everyone's enjoying, everyone's like, we're coming to somewhere it's nice. Obviously, Ely Way is, everyone knows Ely Way. I'm not saying this, do you know, for me, at least, Ely Way, everything was there, like the training pitch was there, the gym was there, the canteen and changing room there, because there's teams where in non-league where you're parking here, you're going to down the road, 20-minute park, and you're coming back in your car, and everything's everywhere. So at least anyway was somewhere everything was, but going to the British, just different. You got pool room, you got obviously the gym wasn't like that before, but new gym, everything's been extended, and it's good for the club, and it's just brings the club up another level, and that's why I think people sign. So maybe Nutrient maybe be one, but on the pitch, I
mean, is there a goal maybe you look back on it's your favourite moment as a goal scorer in your time here?
Obviously, because it won an award, it'd probably be the Crew goal. 1 goal of the month, went to the PFA thing at the month, so had a little speech there. So to win that and to be recognised from the EFL, that one there probably be one of the most pressure goals. Obviously, everyone talks about the Dartford one, which is one where it's a comeback goal, but the Crew one, because of the magnitude and because it won something, probably be that one.
Do you reckon you look back now, all these years, babyface Pelly when he first joined, would he be proud of what you achieved here?
Yeah, because it's 4 promotions. 4 promotions with one club is what he'd be proud of. And just trying to get as much games as possible, I think, because that's what people play. Like I said before, people play football for different reasons, but just to play the amount of games that I have and try to keep as fit as possible and leave some sort of legacy with a club or with people, and I think that would be one as well that he'd be proud of. Like, you've made people happy, you've made people like football, they've enjoyed your company, but on the pitch you've done your work and you've brought a club from non-league to the Prem that no one's done before. I think he'd be real proud.
Maybe seeing him at one last testimonial game?
Hey, yeah, that too. That I don't know when that might happen. I'm gonna get some dates and see what clubs, and if it's Luton 11 versus Luton 11 or versus a team that I've played for, if it's Bournemouth or West Ham or whoever it will be, we'll sort that out. But yeah, man, come down. It should be. Oh, I know it will be a good game, whether it's here or a new stadium or wherever it will be. You know what I mean? Should be a fun event. Hopefully the statue's outside the stadium looking at me and I'm taking a picture of it. But yeah, until then, let's hopefully get it done and see you for one last game in Orange.
And one final message then for the supporters that you've grown with for these last 12 years.
Damn. It's been a pleasure, man. The highs and lows. Some people have played terrible, some people have played good. People think that I shouldn't be playing, should have been sold or just to keep them on the bench. But to all everyone's got their own opinions, you know what I mean? But hopefully I've won a lot of people's hearts, made a lot of people smile, made a lot of people enjoy the moving and grooving, the vibes, and enjoyed me playing for Luton, and obviously enjoyed us getting promoted from every single league and enjoying our time in the Premiership, because obviously it only lasted one season, but you got to enjoy where you are, even if it's for a brief time. And for that, I'll say thank you to the fans and for having me, and yeah, hopefully I'll see you in the future. If not, then it's been a pleasure.
Should we go for one last look around the Kenny?
Yeah, man, why not?